good afternoon and good morning wherever you are joining us in the world. We are in for a treat today with Canada v Great Britain. You're joining us in the stunning city of Dolny Kubin in Slovakia. And I'm joined here by the very talented Charlie Skinner, and we're going to take you through the final game of the prelim stage here at the first ever World Para Ice Hockey Women's World Championship. Charlie, talk me through the excitement of today.
Yeah, I mean, we've already had one exciting game today. Every single game is exciting because it's the first ever World Para Ice Hockey Women's Championship, and every single team is so happy to be here and want to win big. So, Canada are back on the ice after a rest day yesterday. They'll be energised and they're ready to hit the ice once more. We saw hat-tricks from both Raphael Toussignon and Alyssa White against Team World, and many more on the bench contributing to those goals as well. Aubrey Clements, to me, stand-up performance, really great performance from her, especially in the face-off dot. She had 93% face-off wins on the dot. And then we saw Alana Maher as well, captain the side many times before. We've seen her captaining at the World Challenges. She was leading the team with shots on the net, and she got a goal and 2 assists herself as well.
Yes, but we got Great Britain on the other side, and of course, no bias here in the comms box. Great Britain started their campaign last night with a much-needed win over Team World, the vital ticket to get them into the semi-finals, and more importantly, guarantee themselves at least a top 4 in the world rankings. Jodie Hill, always reliable in net, but she'll need to up her game here tonight against the women in the maple leaf jerseys. Not starting out there tonight, we've got Davina Hall in net. But yesterday, we can't help but mention Felicity Gregory, who was on fire. She scored her first ever domestic goal back in 2024, but added to her firsts with her first international goal yesterday. And not just once, she did it twice. Great Britain's first ever game at the World Championships. What a stage to do it on. I can't wait to see more, and see more for the athletes on the team that we know can score.
Yeah, that's exactly it, right? Both of these teams as well, they're here, they're fighting to be top spot. They want to be facing the second seed from the other group in that semi-final. And here we have Coach Charles Chisholm here for Team Canada. She's been such a leader in this sport, such an encourager, and a great person to have around the sport as well. And here we got here the Great Britain roster for today. You know, we've got a really interesting starting 6 from Great Britain. We've got Davina Hall, who will be starting in net, like you said. We've also got Helen McGibbon starting, Captain Stacey Quirk, number 8. Number 4, Kirsty van der Poel. We've got Leanne Emerson, number 21, and Felicity Gregory, number 13, all starting for Great Britain. Really interested to see, well, there's no Shannon Couch there, and also missing off this list is Danny Chiniska-Watts. We're not sure what's going on there, but we hope that, you know, if it's an injury, that she's nursing that. You know, with para hockey, you sometimes get these extra kind of niggles with injury, and you know, it's that extra level of looking after your body, looking after these athletes. And here in goal for Canada, we got Maggie Manning. So we saw Jessie Gregory starting the other game. Maggie Manning is here for this game. Also starting in for Canada, we've got Christina Picton, we have Emily Sharon Pilot, we have Raphael Toussignon, Alana Maher and Alyssa White. Alana Maher wearing the A today for this game as well. And there we go, look at the exchange there between these two as we're 30 seconds away from opening face-off. There's a real energy. We've got a bunch of Canadian fans behind us as well, ready to cheer their team on. And as both of these teams, like I said, fight for this top spot in the group.
Absolutely, and GB have met Canada 3 times previously at the Women's World Challenges. In 2022, a 12-0 loss, 2023, 9-0, and 2024, 10-0. So yet to beat the Canadian side, but yesterday we said GB had never beaten a Team World, and they did. So anything can happen here in Dolny Kubin at the Winter Stadium. We are about to get underway. Alana Maher versus Felicity Gregory, and Canada win the face-off.
Yeah, great start from Canada there, winning the face-off and getting straight in the zone. We've got Christina Picton here on the puck. Dropping that for Alana Maher there, back to Picton.
Shot on goal off the defensive sled there of McGibbon, and she has been a defensive pillar to this side since its inception. Dangerous pass into the middle. Couldn't quite get the shot on goal.
Yeah, we've seen Helen McGivern around the GB programme for a while now, not just since its start in 2021. She's been a real defensive powerhouse.
Miscommunication on the pass there, and it will clear all the way up the ice.
And we've got Stacey Quirk here chasing after Picton for the puck. Tu Seong here with an opportunity. Ooh. Yeah, that's just going just behind the net, and they keep it in the zone. Although it's cleared there by number 4, Great Britain.
And Kirsty van der Poel made her debut yesterday and today is in the starting lineup. Her family are in the crowd, which is amazing to see. There is some noise for the GB jersey. McGivern there just taking her time. She's not under any pressure there from the Canadians, can just cycle it up the boards. Gets it to Gregory. Tied up there between Quirk and Gregory a little bit. They need to have a bit more space about them, the GB team, on defence. I'm sure there's some nerves out there as they settle into this first period. Aubrey Clevens, as you said, incredible on the face-off yesterday with a shot on goal.
Yeah, the great thing about being in the sport for a while, we've seen players improve, and some of these younger players on Team Canada really improved over the last few years. It's really great to see.
Oh, unlucky to miss the shot there off the tip of her stick. Aubrey Clevens dumps the puck off there, ready for a shot on goal. Oh, and it's in, and that's number 15, Sheena Darnley, who joined the national team at just 15 years old. She plays over at the Niagara Thunderblades, and she is the first to get Canada on the scoreboard here.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about this young talented team. Look at this, she just had the patience and the composure, skated to a place and just flicked it in.
Unlucky there from the rookie goalie, Davina Hall, who found the sport in 2023 and debuted at the World Challenge last year. She's not the starting goaltender, but she's putting herself in the line of fire for the flag today. Sheena Darnley, take a bow, what a goal.
Yeah, I think sometimes some of these teams take for granted when they've got 2 great goalies, right? It's really important that for teams to have 2 goalies they can count on, and they've got Davina Hall here for Great Britain, who, she's a great backstop, and I'm sure that she's going to put up some numbers for Great Britain as well.
The bomb squad are on. Peggy Hassink and Claire Buchanan have entered the chat.
Yeah, we were talking about them in the game on Tuesday. These are 2 extra forwards that they have around the lines. These are 2 they can put on to make a bit of a difference, and they're going to want to make another goal happen early on in the game.
Unlucky there for Shannon Couch not to get the clear. Christina Picton straight on it, the captain for this side. Great communication there from the captain to Davina Hall in goal. Just to let her know where the puck is. You can cover it, you've got time and space, we've got you. So fantastic comms on D there by GB.
And then we've got Captain Picton there as well. Here we go, Emily McLean, Kirina in for the face-off. Face-off against Aubrey Clements as well.
Tina Picton with a shot goal. Well stopped there by Freya Austin, the newbie in the squad and in this defensive line, but she is showing no fear here on the world stage. Stacey Quirk will collect the loose puck at the back of the boards and send it along for Kirsty van der Poel. Just hesitant there, and Picton will punish that mistake. She's such a quick skater. She's so agile on her blades. Sorry, that was not Picton, that was Alyssa White, whose family are sat behind us in the stands. It's incredible to see the support flying out here to Slovakia. Oh, what a shot! Unlucky there, just wide of the post.
Yeah, that was some power on that shot as well there. We've seen Clements here, another shot on goal.
Well saved there by Davina Hall.
Look, and I know, Coach Tara for Team Canada, they probably noticed that it was Davina Hall starting it in net for Great Britain, and they knowing that Jodie is such that powerhouse, she plays for the open team, her not being in net, they probably thought, let's take more shots, let's take the speculative shots on goal, try and make something happen really early. And Paul, she's doing great so far, but also she's getting protected by her teammates in front of her. And there we go, Coach Tara Chisholm there, just chatting to the squadron this quick break, while Maggie Manning dances there.
It's good vibes only out here on ice. These athletes are loving this, and it's incredible to have the local support, to have the support across social media. Let us know if you are watching in the chat. Where are you watching from? You are in for a treat tonight, as we say, the last of these group stages. It's 1-0 Canada. Can they add to that tally for the remaining 11 minutes of this period? And look at those 3 GB threats there. Emily McLean, Felicity Gregory, Stacey Quirk, all with goals to their name in the GB flag. Can we see some breakouts and some points on the board for GB today? 3 shutouts, Canada v GB in the past. Let's hope we see a different story today. At the face-off, Felicity Gregory wins it, picked up by Shannon Couch. Sends it out the board, able to clear the blue zone, and Stacey Quirk is on the break. But number 24, Peyton Burgee, there to collect it. Clean-up crew for the Canadians.
Great play there.
Oh, shot goal for Mackenzie Spong, and it's in! Off the post and in! A fantastic shot!
Yeah, that was such a great play there. Alana Mark getting it forward to her, Mackenzie Spong there, number 9. Look at this.
Woo. You're not stopping them, the power on that. That was unlucky from the GB coach. Goalkeeper, but Mackenzie Spong, what a talent on the left hand.
Yeah, and that's, one of those core fundamentals about this sport. It's about getting the speed, but it's also about getting that ambidextrousness in your hands, using both of those sticks and being able to control the puck so efficiently with both of those sticks as well. And here we go, we can see Canada straight into the GB zone again.
Yeah, they're dumping the puck into the corner to get themselves into their shapes, give themselves some space. Well fought there by Audrey Clements. And Claire Buchanan with an incredible goal yesterday. Audrey Clements 1-on-1 with the keeper. Well saved there by Davina Hall and picked up by Shannon Couch as she will try and clear this defensive zone and give them some breathing space.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this setup of Peggy Asink and Claire Buchanan coming on as forwards. We know that previously they might play more defensive role, but actually...
Oh, unlucky there! A goal there by Christina Picton. She saw the opportunity, the GB keeper was down, wasn't able to get back on her blades in time, snuck it round the back and popped it in.
Again, look at this, Christina Picton with that puck around back door, meanwhile GB goalie, recovering.
Oh, off the back of her sled. A great goal there, great vision on the ice there to see Canada really play with head-up hockey, and the vision there to take it round the back and really test the keeper to get over there while she was off her blades.
Yeah, and GB are just going to regroup. They're going to really want to be putting up numbers now for their goalie and protecting the goalie a little bit more. It's really tough as a second goalie, really, to be coming into a competition like this where you're playing, number 2 ranked side in the world. And here we go face off again, and Alyssa White is going to get it straight off the face off.
Susan Young on the puck, and she is a force to be reckoned with. Susan Young actually rostered with the open side and competed in the A pool at Moose Jaw in 2024. So what a leader for this side and what experience she can bring from that national team. Oh, shot reflected off the GB defense. What a goal from miles out by... Was that Hayley Frittenberg? Hadley Frittenberg?
Yeah.
number 25, Handy Frittenberg. She's been with this national side for 2 years and only made her debut last year. Woo!
Wow.
The power on that from Toussaint.
And look at that communication there between Toussaint and Frittenberg. You know, that was a bit of a heads-up call. They knew exactly the play that they were making there. What a goal there with that assist from number 14, Toussaint there. And we've got the face-off yet again.
GB win the face-off. No one quite there to pick it up. Canada on the attack. Relentless here. Christina Picton here, the captain of this side. Leader on and off the ice. Just an incredible skater to watch. You can't take her eyes off her.
I'm loving what I'm seeing from Great Britain, though. We're seeing them, you know, trying to use as much speed as possible to keep up with this Canada pack that sometimes are barreling down the ice towards them. And Emily McLean, I've got to say, is doing really well keeping up with the pace. We know that Stacey Quirk is quick, and you know, to see other players stepping up and also doing the same is great. But here, Team Canada is circling, and they're going to be looking for another opportunity.
Cycling the puck, no one quite on that left wing. Everyone's overloaded on this right side. GB have seen it, so they're trying to settle into their formation here. Can they get a clearance? Not through there. McGivern there with the puck, and we're seeing a bit of miscommunication on the GB defence here. Cleared out the zone to give them some space to get reset. But Picton cleaning it up in the neutral zone, dumps it off to number 9, recent goal scorer Mackenzie Spong. Plays out of the London Blizzard. And here we go, Aubrey Clarence through the middle. They've left it wide open, shots on, and it's in! Number 18, Aubrey Clarence. Made her debut just last year and now has a goal to her name. The relentless offensive pressure here from Canada. They really have the momentum of this game. Woo! Chip shot into the top left-hand corner. She'll be pleased with that one.
And look at that, great control of the puck, meanwhile propelling herself with the other hand and still having that chip shot. Chip shot.
We're so British.
Over the shoulder. There we go, I got there in the end. Wow.
Nicole Terrell here at the face-off.
We're just seeing again, the Canadian speed is like so much better than Great Britain's. Great Britain, though, they need to use, you know, tactics instead to shut Canada down.
Yeah, and on that last play, they just parted like the sea in defence. Great save there. They parted like the sea in defence. Gave her that middle lane to give her all the time in the world to get that shot off. Oh, this is looking dangerous. Cycles the puck out. Shannon Couch there to clean it up, clears the defensive zone beautifully.
Yeah, that was a great clear there. Frittenberg losing the puck.
Oh, Stacey Quirk's got it, she's going 1-on-1. Can she get some time here? Frittenberg cleans it up, and Canada are on the attack.
Yeah, it was Stacey Quirk against the whole Canadian team there. She did as well as she could, but there was just jerseys around her.
Peyton Vergy just missed her defender there on the blue line, which means Canada will have to clear out and reset. Kirsty van der Poel there trying to make that transition and capitalise on Canada's missed pass there, but Peyton Vergy here looking dangerous, shots on, just wide. GB doing a better job on that of closing down that centre lane. Ooh, body shot. Great stop there by Nicole Terrell. Pass in from Toussaint and it's on! And it's in! A great goal there, Peyton Vergy, the number 24, plays for Team Ativo. A doctor prescribed the sport for her, which we love to see, and now she's out here on the world stage, scoring for her nation. Beautiful assist there by Toussaint. Woo! So much power on that shot. You are not stopping those. Yeah,
that was stick to net there for Canada. Wow. Again, we're seeing just Davina Hall's positioning is not the greatest there. I think she's finding herself a lot out of position quite a lot of the time.
She debuted in 2024 in Norway and sat in net against USA. And I was speaking to her at breakfast this morning, and she said that it was the best day of her life. So here we have a second best day of her life, at least.
And here we have referee Melissa Swears from the USA. She's accompanied by Yvonne Fix as lineswoman from the USA and Katarina Peskova from Slovakia, who is about to take the face off.
Nick Tyrrell in here with Aubrey Clements. And GB win the face off. Leanne Emerson with the clearing pass, but GB can't get anyone on the end of it. Sharon Pilot with the puck. Oh, great dump into the corner there, but picked up by Christina Picton. We'll send it out to the boards via Aubrey Clements.
Yeah, that was a great work there from Quick to try and knock Aubrey Clements off the puck a little bit there.
Really pushed her out wide and shut down that space. Shannon Couch here fighting for the puck on the boards, but very great discipline there to retreat in, not pressure out too far, keep their shape, keep that box formation, and here she can collect it round the back of the net. Ooh.
Got interference call here on Shannon Couch.
Very early for her to be in the pen box. This could be dangerous for GB. They are a player down, and what a player she is. Canada will no doubt punish her for this. An unlucky call there.
Yeah. Team Canada now, they've got 2 minutes to make something happen.
I'm sure they will, as the bomb squad leave the ice.
I have to say, both benches, as always, very sharply dressed.
Of course. Look good, play good. So I've heard. It's never quite worked for me.
I'm really liking this play we're seeing developing from Great Britain over the last few years now. They have a few players now that I get them really physical in the game. And I think when you're a team like Great Britain, where you know you might not end up being the fastest team or the most skilled team, using your physicality is going to be really crucial to Great Britain going forward. And I think they're starting to use it really well. We've seen Captain Stacey Quirk there, Shannon Couch. They're doing a really good job forcing bodies off the puck.
Absolutely, it's a beautiful thing to see the development in the players across the globe, really. But yeah, this Great Britain side who's been here since the inception in 2022 at the World Challenges, really see the improvements in their skating, positional knowledge and tactical awareness of this game. It's tough to come up against world number 2 though, and it is 6-0 here. Canada are on the power play. GB doing really well to stay in their formation, not get sucked into pressuring that puck too far and leaving lanes open. Sheena Darnley on the puck, dumps it off. Woo, done well to keep that in the offensive zone. Aubrey Clements. You can see here they're just cycling the puck, really trying to move that GB defence, trying to find that perfect route to net.
That was great work there from Stacey Quirk. I think she could see that play come in and made sure to clear it. GB just have the chance to reset now as Team Canada come barreling straight back into the zone.
The power on the skate of Aubrey Clements. She takes it round the back, dumps it off to Sheena Darling. Will she have a go on goal? Cycles it back. The discipline in this Canadian side.
I was about to say the patience from the Canadians here is really great to see. They're really taking the time. They know they got the power play. it is about to expire though, and they need to make something happen if they want to score in the power play.
Great reading of the game there by Felicity Gregory to cover that back post as the GB goalie wasn't quite over. Not to repeat the same mistake twice. And GB are back to full strength with Shannon Couch back out of the pen box, and a line change here for Canada. Susun Young, what an icon for the game, and she is steaming up the ice here. Well done by the number 6 to push her wide. A pass across the ice there to Buchanan, number 10. Picked up by Kirsty Vanderpool, who tries to clear it, but Picton waiting on the blue line for exactly that. Susun Young with it in that back left corner.
Yeah, the strength of Picton then to just keep herself upright when she's getting challenged by Stacey Quick. But Peggy Assink is passing it back to Picton.
You can see Canada kind of pulling back a little bit here. Oh, shot down into the boards, pulling back a bit, trying to get the right shot, trying to get the right person in the centre to take that shot on goal. They know that there's more games of this tournament. They are 6-0 up in this first period, but they will be looking ahead to those knockout rounds already.
Just look at this passing game here from Canada. This is great to see.
Unlucky not to get the pass off there to 22 Assink. Pass into the corner there for Claire Buchanan to pick up, but Couch will be there. Can she clear it out this zone? Give GB the chance to reset. Can we get anyone on the end of it? Sharon Pilote is too quick for the GB forwards. Well kept in there by Quirk. Sends it into the middle, but no one there.
Yeah, there's going to be a roughing call here on Canada.
And 71, Emily Sharon Pilot sent into the penalty box. It is a full contact sport, but there are some rules. Clements and Gregory here at the face-off. Can GB capitalise on this opportunity? And puck drop. Clements wins the face-off. Will send it round the back of the boards to give himself some space.
Yeah, we see Shannon Couch as a defender, but she's ready to join the action up front.
Always itching for a breakout is Couch. No one home for GB. And Clements is steaming up the ice here. As we see Canada settle into their cycling. Woo. Dangerous pass into the middle there.
Yeah, you see, even on the penalty kill, Canada is still threatening them and circling around the GB zone. GB really needs to use this player advantage to pressure even more on the puck.
And not get sucked into chasing the puck out too far and leaving themselves a player out.
That's the end of the period. And we'll return back at the start of the period 2 with 55 seconds still of GB power play. It'll be interesting to see if they can make something happen off the face-off at the start of the second. But this has been a great show from Team Canada. They're showing really good talent across the whole roster. And you can see that in the goal scorers here. Darnley, Spong, Picton, Fritterberg, Clements, Fergie. Like, you know, I'm really impressed with the depth on Team Canada, and we know that Canada are going to be a bit of a threat than number 2, but you know, and also Canada are going to be wanting to be working to be number 1 as well. Great stuff here from these two teams.
So take a look through some of the highlights of that opening period. Here's the Sheena Darley goal, which she will be buzzing about, the smiles on her face. the skill as well to lift it, the confidence to look up and say, I'm going to take this shot. Boom, back of the net. Number 9, Mackenzie Sprong with a one from miles away. Shoots it into that bottom right corner. The stick handling skill there to send it to her right, back onto her left, which turned Shannon Couch around and opened up that lane. The cheeky one from round the back by Christina Picton off the bucket of Davina Hall in net. Unfortunate she was down, didn't have enough time to get up. Her glove was off, it was all going on, and the puck bounced off her bucket there. Tu Sun Yong with the beautiful shot deflected off Hadley Frittenberg to get her name on the score sheet. The power on this shot. Woo. You cannot step them. And then Aubrey Clement straight through the middle as if with an invitation and puts it into that top left-hand corner. And Tu Sun Yong is such a force for this side. As you say, the connection on this squad. Peyton Burgee with a cheeky one round the back, slams it into the back of the net. The calibre and depth in this side is exceptional. A bit of poor position in there from the goalie. Unfortunate to see that go in. We're going to break now. Join us back for period 2 in about 12 and a half minutes.
We need you to join the next generation of women in para-ice hockey.
Para-ice hockey is an exciting, fast-paced sport.
Athletes with lower body physical impairments sit on sleds and use their sticks to skate.
It is a game of speed, skill, and teamwork.
Our sport is growing fast, with more women joining than ever before.
But there's something even bigger on the horizon.
In order to compete as a women's division in the Paralympic Games,
We need more women from around the world to join us.
The mixed tournament has been a Paralympic event since 1994.
But there's only 3 women that's ever competed.
That's why World Para Ice Hockey is developing a women's division.
And you can be a part of it.
You don't need any experience to get started.
Just a drive to be part of something amazing.
We're building a future where women's para-ice hockey has its own place on the world stage.
and we need more players like you to make that dream a reality.
So reach out to World Para Ice Hockey today. We'll connect you to your national organization.
Tell your friends, share this video, or come out and play.
같이 파라 아이스 하키 하자.
And we are back here looking through that first period with an incredible goal there to open us up with Sheena Dolny. And hopefully the GB side will make the most of being able to get into the sheds there and have a chat with the coaches, regroup themselves, regather their composure, because it has been goal after goal here in Dolny Kubin Winter Stadium. Mackenzie Sprung there with a stunner of a goal. And the GB defence really need to get a bit more organised here, a little bit in there to protect their goalie, the rookie Davina Hall. Off the back of her sled there, that is so unlucky. Stacey Quirk coming in to support, but just a little bit too late. Tu Sun Young here with the absolute power on it, deflected off Hadley Frittenberg to chip it in the net. I don't think GB saw that one coming. Aubrey Clements here straight through the middle, and her goal chipped into the top left. It is 6-0 here. There is 55 seconds left on the power play for Great Britain. Can they do anything with it as we come out into this second period?
Yeah, I was really interested watching the Great Britain bench to see whether or not we would see, Davina Hall taken off with Jodie Hill coming back on. I think we're about to see Davina Hall come back onto the ice, and I think GB are just sticking with their decision, which is great. And I think, this is what the sport's also about at this present time. They want to be developing, the players as well, not just the whole countries as a whole, but players as well. And I think what the conversation would have been from Coach Bree there would have been to just to really protect your goalie Hall. And in front of us we have Team Norway, Team USA. I think for the first time we have teams here who are backing one side rather than both. The USA-Canada rivalry runs through every single aspect of hockey, and that includes para-hockey. But I was just chatting with some of the USA team, and they were just saying how great this competition has been. I also spoke to Hope Agapi, who we saw come on after that hit to the head for Gabby Graves Wake there, and Gabby's fine. She's absolutely fine. They just took her off as a precaution, which is great. Keeping all these athletes healthy, ready for the big games coming up. But we've got a big game here right now. Again, this is a fight for the top of Group B. We've got Felicity Gregory facing off against Peggy Assing, who is a good friend to Great Britain.
Yes, she has been fundamental to the development of this Great Britain side. It simply would not exist without her. And it's very tough for her, I think, to come up against teammates, friends in the GB side. She plays out of the Manchester Mayhem in the UK when she's over and not competing at camps. GB straight on the attack here. Van der Poel chasing after it into the corner there. And we are in for an exciting second period. As you said, Team USA here loud as ever, cheering on GB.
I really like this line that GB have out at the moment. Van der Poel, Quick, McLean, all up in an attacking mode. But back home we've got McGivern, who we know is really, really good defensively in positioning. She might not be the fastest skater, but she knows where she needs to be. And also Leanne Emerson, who is that defender of the back door.
Yeah, the GB side really missed her last year. It's great to see her back, fully fit into the squad. Pass across, a dangerous cross into the middle by Assink. Felicity Gregory picks it up, going one-on-one with 22. Ooh, body shot there. Can Emerson clean this up? GB really need to get back into their shape and not get sucked into chasing the puck on the Canadian cycle here. Ooh, dangerous pass into the middle, picked up by Buchanan. It's great to see her out on the ice. She founded Pride Sled Hockey, which is incredible. Make this sport as inclusive as possible. A fellow broadcaster, and she was pulled out of retirement for this tournament, and a goal to her name already in the game yesterday, so I'm sure she's pleased she got on that plane.
Yeah, that's one important message, that hockey is for everyone, and that includes the women playing this week. Here we see Sharon Pilot with the puck, just shooting it on.
Well defended there by Emerson. GB again need to not get caught out pushing too far out on these wings and leaving themselves open in the middle. Stacey Quirk on the puck, unlucky to not clear it there. Well in by Buchanan to keep that in the zone. Alana Mark there with it along the blue line. Felicity Gregory an opportunity to get it out the zone. Quirk on the end of it. Not quite enough on it to get a full breakout as Canada recycle back in.
Again, Felicity Gregory there, trying to get a bit physical, knowing that GB, that's the edge they need to develop if they're going to be playing at this higher level.
GB currently third ranked in the world, hoping they've confirmed their place in that semi-final on Saturday. This game will decide who finishes seed 1 and seed 2 and who has the more favourable crossover Saturday afternoon. Tusun Young here with it. Will she fire it? Cycles it round. Sees the defence have covered that lane she was aiming for and just takes her time. Sends it in. Alana Marr. Fantastic defence there by Eleva McGibbon. Can she clear it out? A tussle for it in the middle. Alyssa White and Alana Marr fighting for it there.
Yeah, we've seen a real struggle for that puck there. Team Canada still getting it out.
Peyton Vergie takes the puck, slams it off the board, ready for Tusun Young. Quirk not able to get the clearance there, and it's back in Tusun Young's hands.
And look around the boards there, so many great fans. The stands are also full. It's so great to see Dolny Kubin turn out for para ice hockey. Alyssa White is dangerous here on the puck.
Oh, straight out.
And it's going to be too many men call, too many players call against Team Canada.
As the player came out of the bench there to collect the puck, the other substitute hadn't quite made it across the boards there into the bench. So because she made an attempt at the puck, it is deemed too many players on the ice. It's being contested here by the Canadian backroom staff as GB take this time to get in the huddle, get their communication back and regain their shape and composure here.
Yeah, it's a bench penalty here for Team Canada and it looks like it's going to be served by number 5.
Alyssa White.
GB forgetting what this means, thinking that they're about to have a face-off in their own zone. They need to get down the ice.
Hopefully they can convert this and really utilise this power play here. We've got Freya Austin out on the ice in defence here, just waiting like a quarterback, keeping the GB side defended there.
Yeah, that was just a little bit too sloppy from Team Canada there. GB are given a chance now.
Couch chasing the puck down. Woo. Well in there to clear it out. McLean taking on Frittenberg, but it's dumped off to the number 18, Aubrey Clements, as she passes it off to Sheena Darnley. Tried to avoid the offensive call, and a couple of mistakes early in this period coming out of the benches there for Canada. And these are things they're going to want to really tidy up as we head into the knockout stages come Saturday.
Yeah, I think the few mistakes from Team Canada that I wasn't quite expected to be offside like that. I would have not expected that from this Canada core. But here we go. Action is back on, and we've got Shannon Couch coming to collect the puck in the GB defensive zone.
And this could be dangerous. It's the first time they've looked at threat, but well defended in the neutral zone there by Aubrey Clements. What a game she's having. And Canada are back on the attack into the offensive zone. Will we see something here? This is the number 24, Peyton Vergie, already a goal to her name. Will she see the shot? Passed into the middle, but no one there. Picked up by Audrey Clements. Big collision in the middle by Felicity Gregory. Fantastic defence. No clearance yet for the GB side. 25, Frittenberg on the puck, cycling it out. Sheena Darnley here on the boards with it, slowing the pace down, getting the momentum back for this Canadian side. Aubrey Clements with it in the middle, but Captain Quirk there battling for it too. Can McLean get involved and really get a clearance off this?
Yeah, Canada really clinging onto the puck there. And we see the shot there, Canada. Blink and you miss it here.
I believe we did. And here we go on the replay. It was Picton, of course, it was Picton number 4 with a great shot into the middle. Boom,
the shot from the blue line right into the back of the net. You can't say anything about that apart from, look at this. Just absolute vision from Picton, knowing that she's probably going to catch Davina Hall there off guard. Goal scorer Picton, 7-0.
There's still 27 seconds in this power play for GB. Can they convert this into success? We would love to see scores on the board. Number 6, Shannon Couch with it up the board. No one quite there. Peggy Assing back on, and a formidable force for this Canadian side. Shot on, just wide of the post. Stacey Quirk there to pick it up. We really need to see a breakout here from McLean as she heads to the blue line. Can the break, can the pass get there?
You see that?
Pass on, and can McLean go on the end of it? But Canada's skating ability just too strong. Sharon Pilote there to collect it. The clean-up crew in the defence. Oh, bashing into their own players there. Gregory needs to be patient here to avoid the offensive call. But Christina Picton collects it up, sends it into the offensive zone for Canada, and Alyssa White is direct on goal. Oh, miscommunication there, but picked up by Peggy, sends it into the corner.
Yeah, just some miscommunications there between Canada. I think some members forgetting what the plan was, maybe.
Well stopped there by Gregory. And she is having a fantastic tournament so far. 2-time goal scorer to get the win for GB yesterday. Player of the game to her name too. Alana Marr with a pass in the middle. Peggy's stick not quite down to receive it. Up the boards here for Canada. Just slightly missed the stick there, so they will have to clear the zone. Couch is working her socks off for this team here. Cleared the blue zone. Will there be too much on that? No one from GB chasing that down, as we've got a line change here from Canada.
Yeah, GB really working their socks off, but I fear they may be overworking their socks. I think they're getting a bit too comfortable coming out of the zone too quickly. We know Shannon Couch has got that speed on her and that shot on her as well, but as a defensive player, she really needs to be making sure she can be back for when she's needed.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard to resist the temptation to chase after the puck and kind of honeypot round it. Look at GB parking the bus here. Austin on the back post. Really trying to get their formation, get into their box defence. Aubrey Clements looking dangerous, sees the shot, denies it, cycles back round. Shana Darnley here through the middle. And GB need to be careful here not to over chase on the puck. Leave it round the back of the net. Stay in their zone, keep their heads up and keep the communication going. You can see Canada here really working on their shapes, not just for this game but for the future games. We've got knockout stages coming Saturday, medal rounds Sunday. So even though they're 7-0 up, they'll still be looking to take things away from this game. Aubrey Clements taking it around the back of the net there. Shannon Couch just over chasing a little bit, leaving that back door open. Mackenzie Sprung with a shot, well saved. Can she cover it? Well in there by Shannon Couch to knock it to goalie Davina Hall to cover the puck.
Yeah, that was really good work from the GB players there. We got Couch and I think working there as well, just making sure that puck was covered. Interesting shots here from Spong. She could have done something with that, I think, if she really wanted to. Maybe she was trying to work something off the deflection there. And then we have Davina Hall representing GB in that.
that's where we see a little bit of the danger there of pressing out a little bit too far on the puck and getting yourself caught behind the net, and it just leaves that front post open.
And then we have Coach Tara really actively coaching this team during these breaks.
Coach Brianna there, Canadian native, but here with the GB flag at the front of her mind. Real solid coaching going on there as we hope that they gather themselves and get their discipline back in their box defence. A great job here by GB, but a 7-0 deficit.
I want to say hello to everyone watching at home. I know there's some people watching from Green Bay, Wisconsin, host of the first 2 ever Women's World Challenges, pioneering this sport at the international level. We thank you and all the volunteers there that made that happen. We're here now in Dolny Kubin, where the legacy continues with the first ever World Para Ice Hockey Women's Championships.
And puck is dropped here, won by Canada. Passed out to the blue line by Peggy. Shot on goal, deflected away by 21, Leanne Emerson. Buchanan will take it around the back of the net. Dumped behind to Asink. Great connection there from those two.
Whenever you talk to Leanne Emerson, she's always really serious about protecting that back door, protecting the goalie. And I love that attitude. She is always about protecting the goalie and shouting at other teammates, protect the goalie. I know Leanne very well. She plays back home in Cardiff, and she does such a great job.
Yeah, vital part to the Cardiff Huskies team down there, who will be heading into the playoffs. The British playoffs start on the 13th and 14th of September in Lee Valley in the UK. If you're in London, get yourself down for more ice hockey fun. Here we go with Canada looking dangerous in their cycle here. Sharon Pilote with a pass up to Picton. Emerson and McGibbon on the GB defence there, working very hard to keep Buchanan away from that back post and away from their keeper. They really look like they've come out of that timeout stronger in their defensive shapes. Peggy looking up, no one to pass to as the GB defence. Oh, they've left that back corner open. Buchanan picks it up as Canada regain into their cycle.
I'm loving the formation I'm seeing from Great Britain right now. If you focus on some of the players, they are focused on their opposite number who they're marking. It's really interesting stuff. You have Peggy here trying to get the puck out.
An opportunity to clear it well in by Van der Poel. Can she get on the end of it? They're looking dangerous on there.
Looks like it's going to be... icing's been waved off. Canada are going to collect the puck down in their zone.
Fergie skates through neutral ice, cool, calm and collected, dumps it off to Alyssa White, one of the young gun talents in this team. She led the Green Bay scoring back in 2023. Fergie with a shot on goal. Well saved there by Davina Hall and well covered to give herself some breathing space. The celebration from the keeper there.
Celebration from Team USA in front of us as well.
Women supporting women, that's why we love this community we're building. If you're not involved, come and get involved. Simple as that.
Again with the break here. Team USA straight to the bench. Coaching from Tara there. Nick Terrell back talking to Coach Bree.
And Nick Terrell is a formidable force in this side. She brings such grace, patience and strength and vision to the squad. She has been a cornerstone of their defence for the last 3 Women's World Challenges. It's fantastic to see her out here on the world stage at the World Championships once again. And comms on ice as Terrell feeds back the coach's notes. Heading in for the face-off alongside Aubrey Clements. The noise in here is ramping up. It is standing room only, and we love to see this support out here. Puck dropped. 4 minutes left of this second period. Van der Poel on the break. Could this be? Stacey Quirk needs to get Wriggles on to go support her. Big hit there by the Canadian number 18 to take all the momentum out of that offensive attack.
Yeah, that was great work right there by Kirsty van der Poel, but she just had no one to support her. The Captain Quirk's here, ready to support her. Cleared the zone though, and right back into Great British territory.
Yeah, no one quite on that left wing to get the pass across. But
it will be an icing though, and we're going to be back in the Canadian zone. This is a chance for GB to really pass it out to those playmakers.
Maggie Manning in goal there, hasn't had too much to do today, but doing well to stay warm, stay ready and stay composed.
You've always got to be ready for this face-off in your zone.
Kirsty van der Poel battling here with Clements to pick it up, passes it to Quirk. Quirk looking for a player, needs to get her head up. Terrell needs to get her sticks down there for Terrell, shots on. Well picked up there by... Oh, I can't see who that is. Oh, Tu Sun Yong, the number 14. Passing it out, a leading pass into Aubrey Clements. Sticks. Tu Sun Yong here, cycling back around. A line change for Canada will mean they just slow the pace of this attack right down. It's picked and dumps it off to Sharon Pilote.
Yeah, I mean, look how cool, calm, collected the Canadians are.
A great pass to the back post there. Clements not able to gather it in time.
Alyssa White getting that puck.
Will we see a shot on here? Just dumped off. We'll recycle. Emerson and McGiven doing a great job of protecting those posts. You can see these GB players will not stop moving on defence. They've got their heads on a swivel, and you absolutely have to, alongside the second best team in the world, Canada. Here we see a shot. Patience of this team as Alana Marr just waits and recycles that puck. A line change here in the attack for the Canadian side. Oh, and a miss connection with the stick there from Sharon Pilote. Stacey Quirk battling on the boards there. GB need to get back into their formation and really push these players out wide. Oh, a chip shot in! Just wide of the post.
And we're going to see it instantly scooped up by the Canadians. Alana Marr passing it out to Spong.
Van der Poel with a clearance, not quite enough on it to clear the blue line. Emerson there on the back post to avoid that. Needs to be careful not to escape out too far. But a great clearance.
The icing's weighed off as well. So it's going to be a race down the ice now. It's Canada to collect the puck. And see, they're leaving the GB players behind almost. Nick Terrell there, doesn't quite get the puck. Sheena Darnley here, passing it off to Frittenberg.
A shot in from Frittenberg, well stopped there by the number 21, Leanne Emerson, and a great clearance. Can GB get their skates on and get down the other end? I don't think they're going to get there in time. And an icing call. A little bit of panic perhaps there from the GB defence. But I think it's more the forwards here. There's got to be fatigue setting in. They had a massive game yesterday against Team World. But they really need to get this breakout with confidence to have any sort of chance in the attacking zone.
Yeah, and this is the thing, right? It's managing expectations. I think GB knew that in the group stage it was all eyes focused on Team World, but they still need to take as much as they can out of this game to prepare them ready for those semi-finals.
Yeah, and as it currently stands, they would finish second in their pool, which will give them a really tough crossover with the USA come Saturday. Assink there at the top of the blue line with a shot in. Well saved there by the number 11, Helen McGiven, who hails from Hook in Hampshire. 21, Sharon Pilote with the puck at the blue line, waiting for her team, waiting for Buchanan, who kicks it up. Can Terrell get the clearance here? GB really need to get their forwards on the end of these passes.
And as the period ends, what two periods we've seen here. You know, we've seen less scoring in this period, but we've really seen Canada, with their cycling, their passing skills.
Yeah, they've really controlled the tempo in that second period.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They've controlled it really well, and that's exactly what we saw as well with the USA against Australia. They've done a great job here, and I think they're learning their lessons that they need to learn ahead of the semi-finals and finals day on Sunday. I'm really interested in Great Britain, though. They are, showing us a little bit more, I think, than we've seen at previous tournaments, and a bit more depth than there always has been. Let's have a look at these highlights, though. Picton. Yeah, that was that goal we missed. From nearly at the blue line, and she just chips it in. I think she caught everyone by surprise there, and what a great shot.
Incredible vision there to just see that Davina Hall was a bit too far on the right-hand side and left on the left-hand side, left that right post open. I think there with the passing into Pilote, who didn't quite manage to get it on target, cleaned up by number 10 Buchanan. And a lot of this second period was spent with the puck in Canada's hands, in possession in the Canada bench. But it gives GB the opportunity to really nail down their defensive positioning, which, it definitely smartened up in that second period compared to the first. But they've got a lot of work to do in this third period to set themselves up as best as possible for potentially USA come Saturday.
Yeah, we're going to take a 10-minute break and we'll be back with you not so long.
You to join the next generation of women in para ice hockey.
Para ice hockey is an exciting, fast-paced sport.
Athletes with lower body physical impairments sit on sleds and use their sticks to skate.
It is a game of speed, skill, and teamwork.
Our sport is growing fast, with more women joining than ever before.
But there's something even bigger on the horizon.
In order to compete as a women's division in the Paralympic Games,
We need more women from around the world to join us.
The mixed tournament has been a Paralympic event since 1994.
But there's only 3 women that's ever competed.
That's why World Para Ice Hockey is developing a women's division.
And you can be a part of it.
You don't need any experience to get started.
Just a drive to be part of something amazing.
We're building a future where women's para ice hockey has its own place on the world stage.
And we need more players like you to make that dream a reality.
So reach out to World Para Ice Hockey today.
we'll connect you to your national organization.
Tell your friends, share this video, or come out and play. 같이 파라 아이스 하키 하자.
welcome back. We are about to start the third and final period of day 3 here and the prelim stages of the first ever World Para Ice Hockey Women's World Championships. We are bringing you live from Dolny Kubin in Slovakia, the stunning town who have been incredible hosts for us so far. We had a fantastic opening ceremony. The crowds have been standing room only, not a seat to be had in the house. And we are underway on the third and final period. It's 7-0 here, Canada, Great Britain, and we're seeing a masterclass of discipline and skill from the Canadian side as they prepare for those semi-finals on Saturday.
Yeah, it's been 2 great periods here from both Canada and Great Britain. We've seen here GB captain making a chance nearly happen there. Really interesting to see, though, during that break. The Canadian team actually went back to their locker room for these conversations. Something you don't always see in para ice hockey. Sometimes they'll, with the getting in and out of sleds, sometimes they will stay on the benches. That's what GB did. But we did see GB's coaches having a really interesting conversation as well. So, I'm wondering if either coach has had something great to say to their team and ready to make a difference. I'm sure Team Canada already extremely happy with their performance, but working on those things, knowing that they're going to need that extra edge when they go forward into the knockouts this weekend. We got head coach Brianna there, looking dapper as always, as she does on the GB bench.
Yeah, supported there by assistant coach Louise Beresford, who plays down stand-up hockey down on the south coast, a former GB junior international in stand-up hockey, bringing her experience to this team. And the coaching staff completed there with Carl Nicholson with 25 years experience in the game. Davina Hall back in net for the GB side, closing out a third period performance.
Yeah, and this is great for IC. We've seen great things, I think, improving from Davina Hall throughout these couple of periods. It's not easy being at the forefront of all these shots from Canada, but she's doing a great job, and the defence in front of her as well are trying their best to make sure to give Canada as little opportunity as possible. I am also wondering as well, we've not seen Danny Chinesco-Watts dressed for this game today, and I'm wondering what kind of difference she could have made as well. Extra help that GB need on their forward attack.
Yeah, a real scrappy player, a relentless offensive threat for the side, and was actually the first female to ever score at a World Championships. So a really cool stat to her name. We're about to get underway here. 18, Aubrey Clemens. Number 13, Felicity Gregory at the face-off. Aubrey Clements just controlling the puck. A real great leading pass dumped into the bottom corner of your screen.
Yeah, there's a real scramble there down the boards. Peggy Assink, a friend of the GB outfit here, but she's a fierce competitor as well on the ice.
Not someone you want to meet anywhere near the boards. Such a leader in this game. She has been with the Canadian side since its inception in 2007, which is before a lot of her team were born.
I'm sure she'll appreciate that when she listens back. Yeah, and that's it exactly. The Canadian team have both that leadership, that knowledge from veterans such as Peggy, such as Christina Picton, such as Claire Buchanan, but also they've got that young firepower. We've seen Aubrey Clements having a great game here. 1 goal, 3 assists. Peggy Assink here, just with the puck. Claire Buchanan just in front of her.
An incredible role model to every single player here in the game is Peggy Assink. By day she has a PhD and she is studying spinal cord research down in Cambridge in the UK. Plays her hockey out of Manchester Mayhem. Really has been a dominant figure in this GB setup. Aubrey Clements here with the puck as we see a line change and the bomb squad leave the ice. Well in there by Kirsty van der Poel on her second game in the GB jersey. Clears the defensive zone, and Quirk pressuring Alyssa White there with the puck.
Yeah, the confidence from Van der Poel to challenge these Canadian players is something that you would see from someone who is much more experienced than her.
Oh, just missed the pass there, which will mean they'll have to clear the zone. But these Canadians are such exceptional skaters. They will be back into the zone. Dumps it into the corner as it goes behind the net. The noise is picking up in here as we close out the final period with 12 minutes to go on day 3 here in Dolny Kubin.
Yeah, and if you just watch the Canadian players, they're always heads up seeing where their teammates are.
McGibbon there to clear it out. Pass to Emerson, that was really smart by McGibbon. Knew that Emerson had more on the pass there to get the clearance, dish it off. And that's why team sport is so beautiful. It's about knowing your strengths, but it's about knowing your team's strengths.
Yeah, and we see there the number 24, Peyton Vergie. She had no chance there with Stacey Quirk on one side and Kirsty van der Poel on the other. Felicity Gregory, though, challenging for the puck, chasing Toussignon around the net.
And we're seeing a much more confident GB side in the attack here coming out into the third period. But this is pretty dangerous. Alyssa White on net. Will she see a shot? Just wide of the post. And we know she could have put more on that. It makes you think, are they holding back just a little bit with the scoreboard? Both teams confirmed their spot in the semi-finals here.
And we saw Shannon Couch there playing quite high up as a defender. You know, I wonder if it was a purposeful thing from the coaching team there to bring her up forward, knowing she can get back quicker. But, you know, we are seeing Shannon coming out quite a lot and leaving GB with only one defender back. But I'm wondering if that is, you know, something that they're trying to do in order to create more offence for Great Britain.
Yeah, definitely. She's such a utility player, such an incredible skater, and she can get up and down this ice quicker than anybody. So it makes sense if you're going to send a defender up to support your forwards. It's going to be the number 6 who can get back ASAP, Rocky. Here we go, as is on the blue line, Shana Darnley, the number 15. A goal to her name in this game. Passes it across the ice. Felicity Gregory, really disciplined there, not to overchase, not to break out of their formation in defence here. Has to be careful here not to get carried away, chasing the puck round.
Sheena Darnley here with the puck. Just getting challenged by Felicity Gregory, but still keeping it.
And with 10 minutes left in this game and a 7-0 deficit, it will be about those games within the games. What can these players take from this game into those knockout stages with the semi-finals and finals on the horizon?
I have to say, GB done an impressive job with clearing the puck without causing icing. Meanwhile, the Canadians do ice that puck.
Line change here for GB. We'll see Van der Poel take to the bench and Emily McLean onto the ice, the number 94.
There we go, just a conversation between Picton and Clements right there. Clements on the face-off, opposite. Felicity Gregory there.
Picton picking it up. We'll send it straight along the boards, out of their defensive zone, out of danger for this Canadian side, and they look really dangerous on the attack. A shot in from miles out. Well saved there by Davina Hall, and well, good knowledge there to not cover the puck, to keep the puck in play and live. And we could have a breakout here, but unfortunately miscommunication there. Emily McLean didn't quite see that pass coming, couldn't quite get her skates on for a shot just wide of the post. McLean here picking up the puck. Number 28, Alana Marr, incredible leader in this side. Captained the side at just aged 22. Collects the puck round the back. Buchanan down a stick here. And GB doing nothing to help her get that back. Oh, there we go. Look at that sportsmanship from number 6, Shannon Couch. Passing her a stick back. Well covered there by Davina Hall.
Yeah, if we just see Frittenberg here, shot on that. And as we see Hall getting back up. Again, those goalie sleds can be really difficult to get back up and recover from.
And it's all the kit that you're under as well. The goalie pads are so much thicker, of course they have to be, than your outfielders' pads. And they can really just drown you. So it adds so much extra weight to the sled. Brianna Wagner there giving some last-minute coaching tips to the team.
And we talked about earlier the bomb squad. Claire Buchanan there, Peggy Assing, 2 veterans of the game. They know this game inside out, and it's so great to see them.
Such role models for the sport. Tara Chisholm and husband Derek Whitson there. Incredible experience being passed on to these players through the Canadian backroom staff. Backed up as well by Timothy Whitson and McKenna Wild, also assistant coaches, both also goalie coaches. Timothy is the brother of Derek. He works out as a goalie coach at the University of Windsor, and McKenna Wild was a former goalie transitioned to coaching. So that kind of explains Canada's 4-time shutout run on GB.
Great play from Peggy Assing just to drop the puck off there.
And we can see number 55, Freya Austin of the Peterborough Phantoms into the game, and she is protecting that post. Unfortunate miscommunication there. It's out of the blue line, so Canada will have to reset. Can GB charge this down and turn that mistake into success? The pass across the ice to Vergi. The connection of this Canadian team is exceptional, and it just shows the work that these teams put in off the ice to ensure that they're in the best possible position.
Yeah, we're getting a call here for interference.
Couch will not be happy with that, but I think the coaching staff will be even less happy with that. An unfortunate error there will mean Shannon will sit for 2 minutes and Canada have the extra player on the ice.
We kind of expected Shannon Couch to be enjoying her stays in the penalty box.
So second home.
So there's a tripping call actually on Shannon Couch there. You might have seen the signal there, slightly different signal than we give in stand-up hockey. The tripping penalty on Shannon Couch. That's where you take the blades out from underneath a player, right? We're playing in sleds, be slightly different in stand-up hockey.
And Christina Picton controlling the pace of this game here, collects it at the blue line. Aubrey Clements has been phenomenal this game. Dumps the puck back to captain Alyssa White on it. Pass into the centre ice there, no one there. But again, Picton there to clean it up. Just such a reliable, relentless player for this Canadian side. A great turn there by Aubrey Clements to put the GB defender on the opposite side and get the puck free. A clearance here by Emily McLean, but again, GB just not on the end of that.
Yeah, we're seeing great clears from GB, and what I want to see is the skill and the pace to keep up with it. Kissy Vanderpool is back at the play, but now the Canadian team are leaving her behind.
Oh, a dangerous shot there down the middle, passed out to the right wing there. And the puck is still alive. Toussaint with it in the middle. And what an incredible leader in the game she is. I don't know if you saw her game day outfit for the opening game. That was pretty special. Picton with a shot in, just left of the post. Can White clean up? Cycles it back. Looking for that pass in the middle. No one there with sticks down. Off of Stacey's sled. The number 8 for Great Britain. McLean here just scrapping for it. And Tu Sung Yong will play with it, will tease GB with it. She is that skillful. Pass out to the wing to Aubrey Clements, the number 18. Shots in the middle. Can they get a deflection? Alana Ma and Stacey Quirk battling for it.
Shannon Couch back on the ice. Great Britain managed to kill that penalty.
Quirk with the puck here. Just out of the offensive zone. Can Emily McLean make something of this? Alyssa White carrying it through the neutral zone. Canada in full control of this puck, this game. Aubrey Clements skating for her life.
Again, like we said earlier, Aubrey Clements having a great game here. It's really exciting to see future coming out of Team Canada, and we know they've got younger players as well who are too young to even compete, but they still wanted to bring them. Unfortunately, there are some rules.
Yeah, it's absolutely outstanding to see the junior pathway in Canada, to have such young gun talent coming through their systems. A lot of these players started playing between the ages of 8 and 13 and made the national team by 15. It's exceptional to see the standard of pathway available in Canada. Couch there, just unlucky to keep it in, and the offside call made.
Yeah, and if we just look at this Canadian team here, again, always communicating. Maggie Manning coming back to the bench just to get a drink, and some communication as well from her other teammate, Jessie Gregory.
And then we see goalie Jodie Hill just not looking like she's going to get into her sled anytime soon. Perhaps resting for the bigger games coming this weekend. GB secured their spot into the semi-finals with a win over Team World yesterday, and Canada, with 2 wins out of 2 here, will also join them as top seed. But 5 minutes 22 left of this third period. I don't know, the speed we've had some hat tricks at this tournament, anything could happen. I don't want to jinx it, but
are we about to see
the comeback to end all comeback?
I'm optimistic, but I don't think I'm that optimistic.
I'm not optimistic, I'm just manifesting. Danley here at the face-off against Felicity Gregory.
This is such a great opportunity for GB here.
Both players tying each other up, and the puck is loose. Buchanan has it. Dumped off to Sheena Darnley. Miscommunication there. Can GB get possession here? Frittenberg with the puck. Looking dangerous in the centre there. No one on Buchanan. Peggy eyeing up the shot. Well pushed out there by the 21, Leanna Emerson. Sheena Darnley here skating with such confidence. Oh, shot on goal there. Just wide of the post. Couch with the pass along the boards there. Felicity Gregory needs to get on the end of this to give GB some space to clear it out that zone. Captain Quirk clinging on. I just learned that reference.
Again, Kirsty Vanderpool doing really good to pressure the puck carrier. Felicity Gregory as well, trying to shut down Virgie here.
Vanderpool having a great game.
A mistake is made, giving GB some possession while Team Canada made a change. GB dump it in.
Kenzie Sprong chasing after that, and what a strong skater she is. An incredible leader in the sport for these women. She started playing age 7, and the first time on the ice she cried, and I have to say, me too. But after scoring 2 goals in her first game, she fell in love with the sport, and now she is here on the world stage scoring for fun. Pass through to the middle to Sharon Pilot, dumps it back off to Alyssa White. Ooh, some nice 1-2 there, Alana Marr. Can she get the shot off? She is a 4-time national champion with Team Alberta. Back home in the domestic league. A shot there from Mackenzie Sprung just left of the post as Couch will pick it up. There is 3 minutes left of this third period on day 3. All the threes as we see Canada close out a 7-0 win. Will they make it 8? They're looking dangerous here in the attack. GB just struggling to get their formation here and get into their shape on defense. A little bit over chasing the puck there and causing themselves some problems to get back in that formation. Quirk battling for it there with captain to captain, Picton and Quirk.
And again, White have the puck. We know she can do dangerous things. Passing to Toussaint.
Will she come round the back? Well covered there by Helen McGivern. Saw that Davina Hall was going to take some time to get to that coast. Well cleared there by Van der Poel. Can we get someone to get there before icing?
As we see the skaters returning back to the GB zone for the face-off.
And what a shift these players have put in here tonight. They'll be tired bodies all round. In tournament hockey, it is non-stop. A day off is not enough in this sport. So there'll be some real fatigue out there as we finish off this third period. And every team has a day off tomorrow to get them fresh for the knockout stages. We'll have 5th and 6th place for you at 12:30 on Saturday afternoon. And that'll be Australia v Team World to kick us off for the placement game.
Again, Sheena Darnley there with the puck.
She has been everywhere today. Toussaint.
Again, we see Canada just really working on cycling the puck. That passing play going to be important stuff moving into the further on games.
Great defense there by Van der Poel. Quirk with the puck. Can she get a pass out? GB really need to start breaking here. Felicity Gregory looking for it. Oh, unlucky to not get that pass through. And GB are in trouble here as Clements comes in. Fantastic defense there by the 11, McGivern, and 6, Couch to push her just wide of the net and deny that shot. Took all the momentum out of that fast break there. Darnley dumps the puck off to Toussaint, who plays with such heads-up hockey. She knows exactly where every single player on her team is at all times.
Kissy Vanderbilt there just forcing Virgie off the puck, and we've got a penalty. Yeah, penalty here on Audrey Clements.
With 33 seconds left in this game, can GB make the most of this power play? But unlikely, because who has just been subbed on? The bomb squad.
Yeah, we got a charging penalty there on Aubrey Clements for that hit there.
Terrell coming to the face-off here.
Maggie Manning is ready for anything GB can throw at her.
A pass off to Couch. GB just need a shot on net here. Boom. Oh, unlucky there from Gregory. Just wide of the post. Picton will pick it up.
Yeah, Felicity Gregory there with a shot nearly on goal there.
Unlucky from Quirk there, just not quite quick enough to be shoulder to shoulder for that hit on the boards. Buchanan passes it out to number 4. Picton as she takes it up. This could be really dangerous. Peggy is 1-on-1 with the keeper. McGiven getting there. And that is game. 7-0 Canada.
We got so excited then we lost track of the time. We want another few minutes of this game, I think.
Overtime. I'm calling for overtime.
You know, Team Canada, what a result for them. 7-0. They're going to be really happy with that result there.
Yeah, not only did they get a great score on the board, but they got a lot of offensive shapes in, ready for those tougher games coming in the knockout stages. So you could see them working on so much during that game. GB don't need to have their heads down on that. Canada are the second best in the world, and the gap between 1, 2 and then 3rd, 4th and 5th is massive. But the Canada program has been established since 2007, and the Great British program is only a few years old. So there is still plenty of time for these GB skaters to catch up to the pace. A fantastic effort all round as the teams line up here for Players of the Game.
Yeah, there's nothing but love as well between these teams. You see everyone there, just giving a big pat on the back to Davina Hall there, stepping in for this game against Canada, and what a game it was.
And here we have the goal scorers, Darnay in, Spong, Picton, Frittenberg, Clements, Vergie and Picton once again for 7-0. But in our previous results, 2022, 12-0 Canada, 9-0 in 23 and 10-0 in 24. So I see an improvement.
Definitely.
Silver linings as we approach Player of the Game here.
You know, we say this, but GB have really improved.
Absolutely. Their skating, their vision, their connection on the ice.
And it looks like Player of the Game for Great Britain is Kirsty Vanderpool, and she just stumbles
so shocked. She fell over. No, a fantastic choice for Player of the Game there, the number 4. Debut yesterday, really stepped up her game today as she heads in to collect her award. She was relentless, chasing after the Canadians today with zero fear, and it's amazing her family are in the stands here to see her collect Player of the Game. Number 4, Kirsty Vanderpool.
Yeah, it's great, and this is what we love. We see teams arriving, but we're also seeing teams add new players year on year, which is really important for the growth of the game.
The smile on her face says everything. What a moment. And it is Alana Marr, number 28 for Canada, taking Player of the Game. And what a game she has had. What a leader for this team.
Like we've said, she's won the captaincy for this team a few times now over the years. A leader in that locker room. Made
her national team debut at just 14 years old. What a champion.
We're now going to step away while we listen to the anthem of the winning team, the Canadian national anthem.
these Canadian players. You can see what it means for them. We are at the first ever World Championships, and they have 2 wins under their belt going into the knockout rounds undefeated.
Yeah, and this is the end now, the preliminary stage. We've got 2 group toppers in USA and Canada, with Norway and Great Britain coming second in their respective groups as well. This is really exciting stuff now. So we know we've got a day off tomorrow. The players have a day off tomorrow. I'm going to rest because I'm ready for more action on Saturday. We've got 3 games to be treated with, the first of which being the placement game, deciding who becomes 5th, who comes 6th, and that'll be Australia versus Team World. And for Australia, they'll really, really want for a national team to be ranking above a Team World team. But we've also got these 2 semi-finals. We'll have USA playing against Great Britain, that we've just seen here, and also we'll have Canada playing against a team Norway. That will be one interesting game, I think.
Absolutely, it is fun-filled, fast-paced action for you Saturday. Make sure you don't miss it. We got the first game at 12:30, as you said, Charlie. That placement 5th and 6th. Semi-final 1 coming to you at 4 p.m. and join us local time 7:30 for semi-final 2 as we look to place for the medal games on Sunday. Looking through the highlights here, a real masterclass from the Canadian side. Sheena Dolny with a great shot there, the confidence in her to have her head up and look on shot. Mackenzie Spong here with a goal as we just see her tearing up in the anthems there. It means so much to these players. They have worked so long for this moment to be on the world stage of the first ever Women's World Championships. Goal number 3 caught us off guard as it slipped through the net there. Picton comes back down. This is the cheeky shot that caught Davina Hall off her balance, and it came off the bottom of her sled. Picton, what a leader for this side.
Yeah, and what a veteran of this side as well. Look at this. She knew that Davina Hall was on her side and could just poke it around the edge of the net there.
Tu Son Young.
For me, I think that's the shot of the game, right? We've got Tu Son Young launching it right up towards Frittenberg, who just, pokes it.
The vision of Frittenberg here to get her stick down. Probably more luck than judgment, but a stunning shot nonetheless.
Yeah, what a great redirect from Frittenberg there. Aubrey Clements, another great game from Aubrey Clements here. That chip over the goalie, incredible stuff.
Yeah, she's really having a standout tournament here. I'm excited to see her as we progress through to the knockout stages. She is having a blinder. 7-0 does not tell the whole story here on the ice. Lots to take away for both teams as they prepare for the big games on Saturday. Peyton Virgie, the young gun talent there, confident as ever. Didn't even smile, no celebration. She's just out here doing her job, doing what she loves. Tu Son Young, what a talented skater she is. And the backdoor goal by Peyton Virgie there. Yeah,
Davina Hall doing a really good job as the second goalie coming into this competition, trying to protect that net. Ooh. Sometimes a shot from the blue line just sneaks in though. I really liked what I saw from Great Britain though. More active skating from the forwards, and I think a good result for Canada and Great Britain. And I think we should mention as well, Leanna Emerson, number 21 here for Great Britain, is playing away from home. She's had to leave a loved one back home, and who is in hospital currently watching. You know who you are, and we just wanted to mention that and say that for you to get well soon.
We are all thinking of you back home, and promise you, Leanne is smashing it out here. So 7-0 Canada, Great Britain. An unfortunate defeat for the Great British side, but an unbeaten run so far by Canada as we head into the knockouts. Be sure to join us Saturday afternoon at 12:30 for Team World v Australia. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been Freya Levy, joined by the legend Charlie Skinner, and we'll see you Saturday.
I'm so excited for Saturday. Let's go.